Welcome back. This is Bonita Creek RC, and today we're doing unboxing. I pre-ordered this SCX30 Bronco. Alright, and here's what comes in the box. So you got your Bronco, of course. I got this thing powered up. This has some headlights and tail lights, which is pretty cool. Steering. Decent steering angle for it. I really like the design of the chassis, and it has high clearance links. The pumpkins are very well designed, so they'll just slide over stuff. Like, everything just seems very well designed and thought out underneath. And the tires, they don't feel too bad. They're pretty soft. The compound is fair. It's not great. It's not super sticky, but it's not bad either. Yeah, this is definitely be cool. You just like put it in your pocket and just take it wherever. You could mess around with this on your desk while you're on your lunch break, or while you're not on your lunch break when nobody's looking. I don't know. It is a little loud, but maybe it just needs a little grease. But it's pretty good slow speed control. See, I'll put it on to 50%. So that's about as slow as I can go there, which that's very good. This is the top speed, so it's a tiny little vehicle, so you don't really need to go that fast. And here they gave you some extra plastics, a little tool with a screwdriver and a driver, so you can do the wheel nuts on there. Looks like there's some extra lenses and maybe some block-out panels. I think you can remove the roof rack, so it would have some other stuff to do that. Battery charger, it's a pretty cheap one, but I'm sure it'll do a trick, hopefully. And instruction manual, as you can see, it's still in the plastic, and I didn't read it, but they did send some little stickers, so that's pretty cool. There's some American flag ones on there, so I'll have to put those on here. And there's a couple of branded ones. Looks like some Mickey Thompson stickers and Icon wheels, which would look pretty cool on there, but I don't think I'm going to put a whole ton of them on there. But it is cool that they send a few little stickers so you can add some stuff to it to your liking. That's about it for the box. Yeah, this is pretty sweet. I'm glad I got it. All right, let's go hit the rocks and we'll see what this thing can do. Oh yeah, and size comparison between the SCX30 and SCX24 C10. Like, this one is kind of upgraded, it's a bit taller, some bigger tires, but you get the idea. So the hood is lower than these 60mm tires. And just in case this made you think that the Bronco was small, here's a Ascent 18 Scout with on some 64mm Low Guy Racing Parts black labels. It's just dwarfed it. You could almost, you could just put this inside the body there, except for, yeah, you might be able to. No, the shock tower's in the way, so you couldn't put it inside, but you could definitely put this inside of like a 1/10 scale rig in the back, and that would be kind of cool. Or this, I bet this would look like a 1/10 scale rig inside the back of like a SCX6, which would be pretty cool. So, all right, enough jabbering. Let's go hit the rocks. All right, out on the course. It's been several weeks since I filmed the intro on the bench there, and I've driven it quite a bit, and I really like it. It's pretty capable. It's kind of top heavy, but you just have to know that it's top heavy and drive around that. See, it's starting to roll. Oh, see, like it's surprisingly good. hard body is pretty heavy, and the tires are, I'd say that they're kind of, well, they're kind of mediocre, but sometimes they do surprise you in what they will do. From the videos I've seen, the stock tires on the JLU SCX30 are better than these ones. And the new SCX30 K10, those are like bogger style tires, so I don't know, I might just have to get one. I do like the old Chevy trucks. I think it's, yeah, I'm not going to be able to save it from back there. Alright, let's see what it can do going up this. There's a ton of leaves, so that might hurt it a bit. Oh, there's... almost. Get it. There we go. It is quite a bit smaller than the SCX24. So you are going to have to pick different lines, and it might struggle some more, but you just have to think, when you're driving, you just have to think of it to the scale it's driving on. It does do what a SCX24 does pretty well. This actually goes up some stuff that my SCX24 C10 won't. This actually climbs stuff that's pretty steep. The chassis is very well designed. I like how smooth everything is underneath. The axle housings are very rounded, has an angled skid and high clearance links in the rear. Like it's really good. Let's see what we can do going up this side. Oh, up on the sliders a bit. And it didn't roll. You're right up. It's surprisingly capable. It does roll if you're not careful though, and it just looks so good. It's a nice little Bronco. I did remove the axial stickers underneath the SCX30 right there. It just makes it look a lot cleaner. Those axial stickers looked kind of out of place. Ooh, I don't know if it'll do that. Yeah, I don't think it'll climb up this. I was trying to get it to go up right there, but I don't think it will. Okay, let's see if it'll go up this again. I have done this before, but it's kind of tricky for it. I forget where I went up before. That's overloading the rear. That's going to flip. There you go. You climb stuff that's pretty steep. It just struggles on the side hill a little bit. Like, I'm probably going to get some brass wheel weights for it. Well, I'm going to wait and see what tires come out. And Jor has put out some tires, but they sold out the day that they put them on the website. So I've just waited a bit before I went and upgraded stuff because I wanted the aftermarket to have some options. I don't want to just go with the first brand that puts stuff out. I wanted to see who did a good job on parts, but this is a great little rig. Now let's see what I can do going up with these. It has pretty good grip on these broken blocks. Yeah, pretty easy. Now, there's gonna be some hard transitions. I don't know if it'll, I don't think it can. And there it goes. Okay, now we'll run it without the body and see if it can do it. It's very capable without the body on. The body's so top heavy. Oh, rolled it there. Don't really want to do that because it's open, don't want to damage it. Yeah, I don't think there isn't really a good way to go about this. Well, I'm surprised it made it up to that. I was concentrating pretty hard on that, but it's very capable. Yeah, has a pretty good low center of gravity without the body on it. I'm gonna have to weigh this. It's pretty heavy. I wonder if it'll make it back down. I'm getting a little light in the rear, but it's doing pretty good. Yeah, that did pretty good. And let's see what I can do going up this right here. Oh, I got the rear tire. The rear tire fell in a hole there. Trying to get grip without making my tires go where I don't want them. Well, it's not really what I wanted to do, but that is impressive. Now it's high centered on there. And there's a big gap behind that reddish rock, so can't really do anything from there. Alright, back on the bench. I really like this little rig. I was wondering, just because of how small it was, I was thinking it wouldn't be that capable, but it does pretty good. The grease-filled shocks, they feel decent. It doesn't bounce like the stock C10s do, or any of the old SCX24s with the friction damped shocks. Well, I guess that'd be any friction damped shock. They just bounce like crazy. And the SCX30s, they have friction damped shocks and they bounce a lot. So I'm glad to see that they thought about that. The chassis design, it's all plastic, but it seems like it's strong enough and everything's well designed just to slide over stuff, and it does slide over stuff pretty well. It is kind of hard getting the body off. Well, not really, it's just clips on pretty tight. and I'm pulling on the front axle or the tires, and I'm not wanting to put that much stress on it. I might just be overthinking it a bit, but it seems like it's a little rough on the front shocks doing that. Pretty good layout. This is a stock SCX24 motor, and it's actually not undersized for this. It works pretty good. This isn't very fast, but I'd rather have it be slow and have I'd rather it have the slow speed control and torque down low for pretty good slow crawl. So you turn that on 50. Let's see how slow it'll do. Like that's pretty good. It has a lot of torque. Yeah, I centered a bit there on my hand. Yeah, I really like it. And a bunch of brands now have parts for them. Mias, Endura, let's see, GPM Racing, and yeah, a few other brands. They have, oh, Mofo, they have some parts for these also. The aftermarket has grown pretty quickly for the SCX30, and I don't know, I think it's way better than the Ascent 32. I don't have an Ascent 32, but from what I've seen, this is just better in pretty much every way. I might have to get one at the Ascent 32 is a bit cheaper. These are $100, and if I remember right, the Ascent 32 is $80. So I guess if you're worried about $20, then you can get the Ascent 32. But I think this is just a lot better designed than the Ascent 32. Plus, this is actually a licensed body that looks good. Yeah, this is pretty small, but it's very capable. It's actually surprising. They need to step up their game with the SCX24s. This one is built. It's got quite a bit of stuff. Endura carbon fiber chassis, Endura oil-filled shocks. Pretty much the only stuff that's still stock is the rear part of the transmission housing. The ESC is stock, the body is stock, and the axles are stock. Pretty much everything, oh, the skid plate. Pretty much everything other than that is aftermarket. And this still goes up stuff that this one flips over on. Okay, I'm weighing the whole rig, and completely stock with the battery. This weighs 139.7 grams. Let's see, let's pull the body off. The body weighs 39.8 grams, so pretty much 40 grams. And this weighs 99.8 grams, so pretty much this weighs 100 grams and this weighs 40. Yeah, so the body's more than a third of the weight of the whole rig, so that'll make it top heavy. I have stuff for several videos in the works. I got some. Let's see, I'm gonna try these inserts in these tires. These still have the dual stage stock foams that came with these DJ crawler tires. They're overstuffed. These foams are too wide, and they're too tall for inside these. And I don't really like how they feel on this truck. This truck's pretty light, and it just doesn't feel good. So I'm gonna try these and Endura yellow silicones that I've trimmed. I had these inserts inside my Endura mud paws, but I'm not using them right now, so we'll try that out. So update on the Ultra 4 buggy. I glued in that piece and it's holding so far. I think I'm gonna get a piece of plastic and just glue that in, kind of like a gusset, and this triangle there, just so that it has some extra support, and I'll probably do that to the other side as well. And then get this one back and going. And I got some new tires for this that I'm going to test on it, and I got another set of Mia's pink inserts to put in those tires, so we'll have to do. So that's another video. I got a bunch of upgrades for my Mojave Grom. There's several cosmetic upgrades to make it look pretty cool. Yeah, that's just a couple of videos that I got the parts and stuff for, so I don't really know when I'll be doing that. My college classes are starting up again, so I really need to get back into doing the YouTube. I just got burnt out a bit on it, but yeah, I'm excited for the SCX30. Pretty cool little rig. I did start a Discord server in Bonita Creek RC Garage. There's a link up in the channel description on the main page. You can join it if you want. It's a good time. It's fun to talk with you viewers. It's a good time. You can post pictures of your rig, or whatever. It's fun. So you can do that if you want. I want to thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe if you like what you see, and we'll see you in the next one.